All right, man. How we doing today? Man? We're in an absolute banger. If you guys saw this on my Twitter, of course it's paper, dude. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 p.m. I don't trade this, but what an absolute gem of a setup. And I'm glad I got to sit here and build conviction trading it, right? Got the build conviction trading this setup, and yeah, obviously we didn't take it. We're not in on this trading setup on our actual account, but really interesting day to talk about for sure. But first I want to run through this trade real quick because this thing is just a gem of a trade. You don't see them like this very often. Oh my gosh, dude, I was just kind of talking through this entire day with my dad, so I'm pretty much going to repeat everything I was saying, because yeah, I just walked through this entire day and every little nuance of every idea, and I kind of want to go through that, but I want to start. I actually start the video with I'll actually frame this trade in a little bit. We can watch it play out while I talk about what I want to talk about today, and that is really just going to talk about FOMO, because, and you know, I don't even want to say what I did today because I know immediately I'm going to just get, you know, my views are going to, I mean, I'm not even getting as many views as I was a month or 2 months ago already. So dude, it's just like, it's so hard to want to grow on social media and on YouTube, that also, like, I had to make a decision at one point. I realized my YouTube was interfering with my trading, and now it's not doing that. My YouTube is no longer interfering with my trading, but my YouTube is just getting affected by my trading. So like, my trading's not getting, it flipped, right? My trading is no longer getting affected because I want to make a YouTube video, but my YouTube is being affected because of my trading. And that sounds oxymoron. I'll kind of explain that. I need to stand up though because I have blood flow issues in my legs, and let's see if we can, we can't move it more. I guess I'll just, but I have to stand up. I've been sitting too long today, so I got to make the video like I'm a coach giving a little pep talk. So what do I mean by, like, why is it the flip? Well, as soon as I started trading better, my views have cut down, and it makes sense, right? Because people want to see it crash out. People want, like, it makes sense when you're losing or winning big, people are going to watch you. So I'm not doing either right now. I'm just kind of breaking even, or not even breaking even. I'm doing well, but you know, it's not sexy numbers. It's not sexy numbers. So the reason why I don't even want to say what I did today, and I'll just say it because now we're 2 minutes in, so hopefully you keep watching the video regardless, because I have a lot of valuable psychology stuff and chart stuff that I really want to go. Like, I have some sauce for the charts today. Like, today is one of those days. Like, this is why I still watch the charts every day, even if I don't take a trade, because you gain so much insight and knowledge. And this was like my bread and butter, man. I wish I was not so disciplined because I would have taken this trade. But okay, what are we trying to say here? So again, this looks funny, but my legs are swelling and it hurts. So I have to stand, and I don't want to make this video any later. So I didn't take a trade today. Spoiler, I didn't just blow my account. That's not why I was freaking out. I didn't take a trade, and I know when I say I don't take a trade, I have to be creative with the titles because, again, I like to grow on YouTube. When you grow on YouTube and social media, it's like a dopamine thing. It's like an addiction. I'm addicted to growing on YouTube. And it really, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It sucks now because I'm just not, I need to get a standing desk. If crypto rips, I'm getting a standing desk as well. Besides the point, because I'm like in a full squat right now. Maybe we can hit leg day anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm so scattered. Let me try and get this out. I don't want this video, like, if I spend as much time as I need to cover everything, this video would be like 3 hours, but it's not going to be that long. Today was another no trade day, and in the last 26 trading days, I've had 11 days where I didn't trade. That's 11 videos where I had to get on here and talk to you guys about not trading, and nobody cares about that because I'm not Justin Werlin. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not ICT, so my opinion on why I didn't trade doesn't really matter too much to people, right? Or they just, oh, he didn't trade, click off, because the watch time's important, everything, click-through rate, everything's important. So my YouTube channel's taking a hit because 11 posts out of the last 26 have been no trades. And then I've taken 2 losses, so my videos do better when I've lost. So in the last 26 posts, I've only posted 2 videos where I can talk about losing. So that's annoying, even though it's good because it means I'm losing less. And so it doesn't really matter. But turn this around. Don't look like I'm getting railed by my chair. So I've taken 2 losses, so I can't make a video saying, hey, I lost again, max losing day, blowing my account, I'm going to quit trading. I can't make these, not clickbait, but just emotional titles. And it's, that's frustrating. Because it's like, I guess it's made me realize there are people that watch me for me and want to see me get better and want to see me improve, and you guys are loving the new content style or not content style, but the new content where I'm just winning more and taking less losses, and I appreciate that. But I guess I just realized that people don't really care to see me for me as much, not as I thought. But, I really would have rather, just, there you go. Yeah, like the views are hitting a dip when I'm trading better. So it kind of just shows me that, not all views mean that they really care. And not that people don't need to have to even watch my videos either. That's not my point either. The point I'm trying to make is like when you do anything and you see momentum is growing and working, it's hard to see a pullback on it. It's like if you just start becoming profitable and then, you have a losing month, like it's going to suck, right? Like it is what it is, but, that losing month, you're still probably doing better than when you first started. So that's kind of where I'm at. I didn't trade today, and I want to walk you guys exactly through why. And I'm going to just kneel, bro. I'm on concrete. Let's just kneel. I want to just walk you guys through why I didn't trade. Dude, I'm so scattered. This is crazy. Why I didn't trade. But first of all, the main point. Oh, my gosh. Do I have to restart this video? I feel like I've done a horrible job. Hopefully not. Hopefully you guys are still with me here. Let me just spend the next 3 minutes talking about psychology stuff. I had a ridiculous amount of FOMO today. Like, if you guys were in the Discord live call today, oh my gosh, the FOMO was just absurd. Why was that? If you guys saw it on Twitter, I posted before the day started, I was like, this is your signal, buy market open. Like 10 seconds, 20 seconds before market open, I took a screenshot. Let me get a pillow for my knees, like a little lady. I can pause this. I forget, but actually, it doesn't even matter. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I had the same pillow right next to me. Use that one. Okay. We're on our knees here. Pause. Wow, dude. I already know who's clipping this. Los. All right. Anyways. Oh my gosh, dude! You guys might think I'm just on some on something, dude. I'm like fully freaking tripping right now. But I'm just excited. I'm excited. I want this energy to radiate from excitement and everything because I'm really passionate about this. I'm really passionate about trading and the process and everything like that. And I promise, like I'm not on my nose is itching, right? Okay. I'm just super passionate about it today. Like I don't know why. It's like one of those days where it's like. It wasn't even a good day. I didn't take a trade, but it's like, wow, this is trading. This is the process. This is getting better. And I had such a bullish bias. And again, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I was like, and look, I'm going to go over all this. Looks crazy. I'll go over it all. And I was saying, like, this looks so good. And why did this look good? Why did long stuff open? Well, we're clearly bullish on the higher time frame, right? We had a bullish SMT at the lows. I'm sure if you trade these concepts, you already know what happened today because everyone's posted about it. I don't need to run you guys through. Maybe someone hasn't heard about this, so I'll do a quick brief. But I'm just going to assume everyone that trades ICT knows what happened and why we ripped and why it looks so A+. But, maybe you got. I don't think many people watch me for charting analysis, but maybe do. SMT at the lows. I'm going to go quick, so I'm sorry if you are trying to learn. 4-hour gap, fair value gap, BPR, out of this gap, all-time highs above. Cool, relative equal highs for London session. Right here, relative equal highs, nice liquidity, and all-time highs. Cool. So when we start flipping out of this gap on the 1 minute, right, when we start flipping here, we even have an SMT at the lows, SMT with these lows, right, and then we have a bullish move, hold the fair value gap, bullish move, roll over, order block confirmed. This could be your entry. Or you could just enter at market open because do you really expect all of this to take place? This strong close on the 15-minute above CE of the fair value gap just to not run these highs? Absolutely not. But I don't trade pre-market. It's something that in the past has cooked me over and over and over. I've been touched many times trying to trade pre-market. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to take a trade. Maybe we'll get a nice move and we'll get a retrace, but retraces have been patched. I hate to inform you guys, retraces have been patched. Retraces in the NASDAQ have been patched now, and yes. So we didn't get the trade, and it's so, like, I can't tell you the FOMO I was feeling because I knew so many people that trade pre-market are going to get that trade, and it's just like, it's not my rules. I don't trade pre-market because I've been burnt so many times. I take one trade a day too, so why would I take a trade pre-market when we could have a Judas swing off open? But the structure was there. This is a very, very valid setup. This is a very, very great long. I just couldn't take it because of my rules. That's all right, right? That's literally all right. But the FOMO, man, I'm telling you, it's almost worse. I don't actually want to lose, but I felt more disappointed today than when I lose because at least I had a chance to win because I'm taking A+ setups. But when a day like this happens and you don't even have a chance to trade, it's like, it's not that often that you see such a clear draw in liquidity and it just runs without you. So the FOMO was crazy, but that's life, that's trading. This is where I have to get better with trading. So I wanted to frame that move and kind of talk about that, and now we can watch this trade at the end of it. But why was it? I'm 2 years in. Why was it so frustrating? And I want to show this picture and why I really didn't trade today. Because I look at this picture before I start almost every trading week. Not every day, but every trading week. This picture right here was from a day where I wasn't following rules on this very account, on this very Express account. This was from the what day? This is from June or May 19. May 19, we took a $400 loss. You guys have seen me talk about this again, so I'm not gonna go too in depth. But I want to show you guys something here. Right, this was the all-time high. Let's just go like around here. Right, all-time high. This is the objective for the day. Right, this is the objective for the day. This is the target for the day. I'm just gonna write that out. Objective for the day. Right. This is the objective for the day. What do I always preach? I always preach when the objective for the day is taken, hop off the charts, right? Hop off the charts. So let's go to here. Hop off the charts, right? So with that in mind, what do I look at? I looked at this exact screenshot. It looks like I'm overlaying price. It looks like I'm overlaying price. I wish I could overlay it, but I don't know how to do all that. Let's make it smaller. Right here. This is a day where I lost $400 on this very account. If you would have gave me that same $400 that I shouldn't have traded on this day here, one day, one mistake, you take that $400 that I shouldn't have lost on this trade here, this day, these 4 trades where I spam trades like an idiot, $400 back, I have profit on the account. I mean, is it significant profit? No, but these are the mistakes that keep you unprofitable, that keep you from winning. And this is a carbon copy. Objective for the day. This is market open. We rip off market open. We run the first high. Cool. No pullback. Pull up. Right? No real move here. This is not a big enough pullback for me. It's small to see. I'm kind of just trying to show you guys the similarity. And then we run the objective for the day here. So then what happens? Yeah, you could take a small short here. You could maybe take like a whatever. But the objective gets taken. It gets choppier. The price action's a little bit sloppier. Blah, 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 blah. Right? It's less probability. That's the point I'm trying to make. And I should have stepped away here. Could I have found a win? Maybe if I was more skilled, I could have maybe found a win that day. But I didn't. I lost $400. And really, my original long, ironically, never got stopped out. So it actually would have played out, but I closed it early, got back in, closed it for break even, got back in, took a loss, then reversed my position and lost, and then it ran up to my targets. So, yes, we could have won that day, but we should have never got involved, and we should have never lost $400. And this day, I look at the screenshot, and I looked at price action today. My objective gets taken. We run higher, and then I see chop, and I looked at the picture, I was on the live stream, I was like, you know what, I can't trade today, because learning from past experience is the only way to succeed at trading. It's the only way. You have to learn from past experience. And now we're gonna watch this take profit. You have to learn from past experience, otherwise what are you doing trading? So I knew today wasn't going to be fun because we weren't going to be able to make a great video, right? Because we can't talk about winning trades, but I'm almost more passionate. I think that this video that I'm making and going to talk about more stuff in a second about the actual charts and some real sauce, I think this video is more important. But I know it's not going to do as well as if I blew my account today, took a loss, because I'm not going to get 1,000 comments of people saying, you're such an idiot. Why would you short the market? Why would you long the market? I'm not going to get that free engagement. And that's all right, because I have to separate YouTube and trading And that's all right. Maybe I just need to make a personal channel where I just post stuff of me, but I'm not really that interesting. So it's, you know, it's kind of like no one cares, right? So it's tough because I love social media, but I have to let my love of social media kind of die for now until I can make good content when I'm trading well, right? So the FOMO was really kicking me today, but I looked at that picture. I said, dude, why would I trade today? If I traded today, it would have been me disrespecting my previous knowledge. Why go through all this time? Why spend so much time looking at the charts if you're not going to learn from your mistakes? If I'm not going to learn from the objective being taken and trying to force a trade, especially when price starts chopping, slowing down, why would I not learn from that mistake? So the trade I was going to take, ironically, plays out, but it's not good. It's not good. I was going to take this with half size. We got to close below. I'm going to just sit back in my chair, man. Let's see if my legs are hurting still. No. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a pain. That's a whole different topic, man. Those swollen legs. Let's watch this take profit get hit. Let's watch this take profit get hit. Wow. What a trade. 5 points. Let's see it. Let's just get 100. All right. 50-point trade. Let's get it. Wow. Wow. Oh, my gosh. I hope we get the thumbnail. Dang, bro. Come on. I'm just going to stay with my mouth open. Let's get this thumbnail, and then we can just talk about the rest of it. Should happen here. Dude, these trades don't come around often. I really do. Okay, let's just keep talking till we get this. So the trade I was going to take is a short. So you see that big blue box. I want to take a short, but notice how price is slowing down. So I guess I can show you. Notice how price is slowing down here. All right, price is slowing down, and I was like, I just don't love this close. And I was sitting here on the button for so much time, and I was like, you know, I could take this, I could take this, I could take this. Pause. Pause. Wow. I was like, oh, do I want to take the trade or not? Do I want? And it pumps up, and just I'm like, okay, the speed's not here for me. It's not moving. I don't want to take this trade. I was gonna take it down to this low, and then I see this come down this, and I'm like, you know what? Like, if I take a trade after seeing this price action, I'm just choosing to not learn from my mistakes. I'm choosing to not learn from. I'm choosing to look at my experience of my firsthand market experience for myself, my own personal conviction, and say, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to still do whatever I want. And that's the key. You have to learn through your mistakes. You have to learn through your past mistakes because, like, how are you going to ever get better? It's so obvious, but it's taken me so long to fully really get, like, It's taken me so long to fully get because it's like, it's so easy to say, you know, I want to take this trade bad. I'm going to take it regardless. I'm going to go half size. And yeah, it would have played out because my stop loss would have been above this high. And we would have slowly played out. But I made $100. So why risk $80, right? If I would have gotten 2 micros, why risk $80 to win 100? Like, yeah, we would have made the 100. But if we lost 80, would it be more worth making the 100 or losing the 80? Like, which one's more detrimental? Which one would I be happy? Would my happiness outweigh the sadness if I lost? And it would not. I would be so disappointed if I lost here because it's just an embarrassing loss to take. But didn't lose, and that's fine. But this is not one of those days where I'm going to sit back and say I missed the trade. Absolutely not. So dealing with FOMO is still something that I was pretty disappointed with how much FOMO I felt today. I can't lie, I was pretty disappointed with it because there was no reason. There was no reason to feel so much FOMO. I should be able to step away and say, you know what? But guess what? I want to have payouts. I want to be profitable. I want to make good videos, and I want people to watch my video and be inspired and be like, wow, this guy's insane, you know? But I was just like, you know what? I have to learn. And that's the main point of the psychology was just you have to, like, you're going to be faced with times in the market where you know better. You know right from wrong, and you still choose wrong. And when you're still choosing wrong, you're choosing to never succeed. And yeah, so I'm happy with the steps forwards I made. And again, I think this video is super valuable, but, you know, it's going to get less views than last time just because that's just how life is, you know. I expect at this point. But anyways, now, dude, I wish this would have hit take profit. I guess it doesn't matter. We don't have to get it on camera, but I do want to break down this trade and why I was only looking for this trade and nothing long up here. Why was I not taking longs? And I broke this down to my dad. I really think there's some sauce here. So anyone that wants to stay around for this, I think it's valuable, even if you don't think I'm a good trader, or if you think I'm an idiot or what. Like, I think there's some value here. So, you know, that being said, dude, can this please just hit take profit? I guess that's what you get for trading at the 130. Anyways, so what is the game plan for this type of day? What was my idea here? How can you avoid stupid losses, just like the loss I avoided taking today? Or I guess it would have been win, but how can you avoid choppy trades, and how do I frame a day like this? And just kind of want to give you guys a breakdown of how I read price action. So I'm going to say things. It doesn't always mean it would be an entry. It just means, it just means I would have, like what I was looking at. So we get a pump. We run through the all-time highs. Cool. We know that. We like, that's not what we're going to frame off of. Where is price action? So this, I don't even consider this as part of the trading day, because we don't have any selling. We don't have any selling there. We have selling start right here. This is when price starts going back and forth. Some down close, some up close, some trending up, some moving down. This is the range of the day. This is not this is not really the range, because this isn't, like, I'm not expecting, if anyone was saying, hey, I want to see us pull back to 50% before taking long, that is not a good way to read this market. Why? Because we shouldn't go back down to 50%. When you have this type of expansion, you should be holding this area, maybe you sweep the liquidity and go higher. So I immediately framed this low right here as this is the reference point that I cannot go long until we sweep this. And look what happens. If you try and go long anywhere before this, like after we put in this peak, if you go long here, you're getting burnt. You go long here, you're getting burnt eventually. You go long here, what do you get? You have a 30-minute gap right here that you sweep, right? This is the 10 a.m. low. You sweep in the 30-minute gap, you get an IFVG, and right here, and then boom, you immediately lose. Why? Because you went long before taking out the extreme liquidity. So whenever you're looking at this price, you could have framed long, and I'm not sure how many people took this, but I'm sure somebody might have lost on this. Actually, out of all the ICT traders in the world, I know somebody lost here. I would bet money somebody lost on this position. So what do you look at here? So this blue line is this low and this low. So we have the SMT. So the blue lines correspond. So this, I'm gonna get rid of this blue line. So, and that'll come into play later. So this blue line here, notice we have an SMT here, right? So I'll draw that in so we can get rid of the blue line. We have an SMT. And, okay, we have another SMT here. Boom. Two SMTs. Right? So, we have an SMT between this low and this low, right? This low and this low. And we have an SMT here. So what happens? Oh, wow, we get a change in state delivery. Oh, wow, we zoom in again. We have a fair value gap holding. Oh my gosh, right? This is a long set, right? Well, and then you look at ES. Well, oh my gosh, ES is holding this big fair value gap. Oh my gosh, we're holding this smaller one. Oh, we're getting some displacement. Let me get in long. And if you took it on ES, I guess you would actually won, right? But then if you take it on NQ, because the change in state delivery, you would hold it and then you'd eventually lose or get break even. And why can you avoid this trade? Well, because like mechanically this trade looks good because there's a lot of confluence stacked up. A sweep of liquidity, a SMT, a change in state delivery, a fair value gap tap, right? All these things that you'd say you'd want to see, but it doesn't actually matter because it's not about the confluence. It's about what is the market doing. So how do I frame the rest of this? Well, so we're holding this. Now we put in an SMT at these highs. So high of day, SMT. Now what's happening? We're still holding the IFVG here. So this gap that we broke, we're still holding the midpoint really well. And we start breaking lower. Boom, we immediately break lower here. So we get a big, strong close here. What happens? We run, sweep this low. So we're in the fair value gap. So again, like I said, if people long this gap because they think, oh, well, we swept in a 30-minute gap, bro, what are we doing? We're still generating these lows. These lows still here are the ones that are important. These are the important lows, right? And if the trade runs without you, again, you just have to be fine with the running without you. So what happened? Market trades up to the fair value gap, right? People are getting baited into longs just for the inverse. That's actually a nice little short scalp. Market comes down. What happens here too? You see this wick in retail, or what? I don't like using the word retail, but people see this wick and they're like, oh my gosh, we're rejecting. I waited all day for a bounce out of this support level. I'm going to go long. And then boom, they go long and they get wrecked. So then you sweep this low. You finally sweep this low. What happens? Wait for a closure above here. Wait for the change of state delivery, right? The liquidity sweep that swept out the low. Wait for the change of state or the fair value gap inversion. We didn't get either of those. So You don't get the fair value gap. So what happens? It jumps down, stops you out again. So what am I already doing? If you guys were in the live stream, you already knew that I was saying this so they can vouch for me. I was saying if I wanted to take the trade, this same trade, I wanted to take it here at 11 o'clock macro. Why? So I said, okay, it's too slow. But what was I saying? I was saying that when we got below this low here, the only way I would take a long, this black line, this low, the only way I'm going long is if we don't spin, if we slow down right under this low, like we sweep it, and we immediately get some sort of reaction. I need to see very, very, very strong slowdown and a very, very strong reaction quick out of it. Why? Because I don't want to see it get to equilibrium, because it shouldn't. When you think about what's happening with the liquidity, why? This is your model. This is your model. This is the low that we're sweeping. We don't need to sweep this low or this low. If we sweep down there, if we drop lower than this midpoint of this big fair value gap, then we're probably going lower, and I don't want to be involved in the trade. That's just me, right? So everything goes into, so it's like I'm trying to basically frame it, and I'm not really doing a great job, but everything goes into the market. Everything goes into your trades. You're framing your trades, and everything is important. The speed below the low, which low gets swept, why, what time, everything's important. Same thing here. So then I see this, and this is when I took this trade. I saw this, and before it even inverts, I'm saying this is my trade. This is my sub. That's how you have to be with your trading. You have to be so confident, because everything else would have kept you out of trades beforehand. Everything would have kept me out of trades beforehand. And then on top of that, we have an SMT here. So we have an SMT between this low on ES and NQ. So we have an SMT right here. Boom. So big SMT. So in the key level where I'm already expecting some sort of move, some sort of reaction, we get, and let's just watch here. So now I can explain it here, right? In the area where I expect, I need to see it slow down, and I need to see reaction. What happens here? We have low resistance liquidity. We have this high right here, which is my break-even point in my first scale. I went in 5 contracts on this trade on paper, and we have low resistance liquidity. So we break out of this. You get in long. Cool. What else could you see? You could see the change of state delivery is even better, right? Because you have more confluence. You make new highs. But we run to this high immediately. So why does this take profit level? Well, there's a 15-minute fair value gap here. Right here, 15-minute gap. Doesn't end up holding, but there's a gap there and a 5-minute gap. And if you just use your eye, it's a very clear and obvious liquidity pool. It's just a very clear and obvious liquidity pool with a fair value gap. So you could expect us to reject there, stop people out and continue lower, right? But it doesn't. So then what happens? Market trades down, and immediately when this market starts trading down, my dad, I was framing this whole trade, talking to my dad through the entire day, and at this point, I'm saying, look, we could get stopped at break even on the runners, but I'm immediately already expecting that when this gap breaks and this now new gap, this is another buy, right? This is another buy. So we're already at break even at this point. What do? We hold this fair value gap, really strong, really nice rejection wick. Close above here. This is now an order block. This is now a propulsion block because it's 2 order blocks. Fair value gap, inversion, boom. This is your other entry right here, immediately, right here. Another entry, boom. Right, let's see this take profit come in. Get the thumbnail. Come on. Okay, this is good enough for the thumbnail. Oh my gosh. Hopefully, not EA. I've been playing too much FIFA. Hopefully, YouTube blesses me with the thumbnail. I hope they use that as a thumbnail. Like I say, take profit, get an edge. No, I think we should have the thumbnail. I'm just surprised it hasn't hit the high yet. But anyways, that's the framework of this trade, and why is this when the move happens? It's not a coincidence. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to. It's not a coincidence that price is slow all morning. We had such a big move. When you have such a big move, you take objective, PM session's probably going to be better. But why is it not a surprise that this is where we move from? We have an SMT. We swept all the liquidity. All the people that are just involved in this, boom, we reset. Right here is a reset button. This is the reset button. All this is just like, hey, we don't have any fuel. Look at the market. We just ripped, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean? Boom. What do you mean? This is generating fuel for another move because there is no fuel here. When the market's ripping like this, who is selling? Who is selling? Or who is buying? dude, I don't know how what's the right way I don't care what the right technical term is, but the market's been going. It's been going, right? That's how I'm gonna say. It's been going, right? So you have to have a little bit of a breather, and then now you're doing this, and is the breather done here? Like, what do we do? It's kind of like if you're really tired playing a sport, and you've been running around the field, and let's just say you're playing soccer, right? Say you're playing soccer and you're running around the field, right? And you're dying. You're tired. It's like minute 60. You've been running all game. You've run like 10 miles, right? And your coach like, okay, come here real quick. I need to talk to you. And this is him talking to you, right? Right, you're talking to you. You have a little water break. Someone get injured, so you're taking about 2-3 minutes, right? Are you feeling recovered and ready to make another run right here? I mean, if you need to, you can, right? Coach, I got you. I don't know, man. What happens here? Boom. Let's just, dude, I should have made the example different. The example should have been like before the halftime. Let's say like you're at minute like 40. There's 45 minutes in the first half of a soccer game. Let's say you're at minute 40. Coach, I'm dying, bro. We've been going crazy intensity all first half. I'm tired. And this is where someone gets injured and you get, maybe, but you know what? I'm super tired. And then guess what? This is halftime down here. You get down to halftime, and now you're ready to go for again. This move is ready to go. And that's what the market does. It's like it just, again, generates liquidity, right? Because you can't go up forever. I don't know where the top's going to be. But when you start slowing down, right, where did we start slowing down? Right here. This is the first down close candle in the 5-minute, and we slowed from here. So why would we take a long before we take out the starting point, right? This is like the start point of the slowdown. So let me see, right? Let me see us, not be tired anymore. Show some energy. And then notice how the speed here. Notice the speed. We wicking, chopping side nose. Boom, strong close, boom, strong immediate push up. Boom, that's your entry. Boom, this 5-minute order block, that's your another entry. Right? Super simple stuff. Really beautiful day. Don't want to take any more of you guys' time. I appreciate anyone that actually watched this far into the video. Learn from your past mistakes. Learn from experience, right? Don't disrespect yourself, and good things will come. I really appreciate all you guys. If you're going to get an Apex account, use code Diego. If you get an Alpha Futures account, they have that 0 code, 20% off, code Diego. I really appreciate it. It helps your boy out. Obviously, you don't have to do it. I plug at the end of the video because it's my the only way I make money from my social media, right? I put in all this work and effort, and why not get a little bit of money out of it if I can? So I really appreciate anyone that does help me out. It really does mean a lot. Because again, this is the only way I monetize my platform right now. I don't sell a course, so we could just start scamming a course. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, I wish that why didn't this take profit on video? But anyways, banger trade on this, banger day, banger explanation. I'm super happy with the day. And again, I appreciate everyone that tunes in along. I think I dropped some sauce today. I think we learned, got better. And I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait to take a winning. I can't wait for my next winning trade, man. I'm excited. I didn't trade Friday. It's been a whole 96 hours, 48, 80, 96 hours. It's been a whole 96 hours more than 96 hours since I played this trade. So I'm starting to itch for a trade. But you know what? We gotta stay disciplined and keep going, and not care, man, that the YouTube is going down the drain. So I'll see you guys in the next one, man. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'll comment all that good stuff. How'd you guys do today? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.